Today's horoscope, Libra February 25th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. In some ways, you gravitate to familiar people and situations today. It's a good time to get organized. At the same time, there is a practical cleverness to you that draws others to you. It can be easy to get wrapped up in a matter today. Something could need further investigation, or you can find yourself determined to find an answer to a problem. It's a fine time to break free from a mental rut or a dull routine. A new spin on a romance or creative pursuit can figure strongly as you discover new layers to a situation. Be sure to keep things in control so that you can get yourself back on track when necessary, as it can be all too easy to lose a lot of time to a matter today. Otherwise, enjoy your increased ability to focus. Get ready for some loving. With Mercury, our cosmic messenger, spinning sweetly through the sky, he will toss a sultry compliment over to mighty Mars, who is looking confident and pumped up for some scintillating fun. With these two dancing so marvelously, you'll feel the urge to socialize, flirt, or even sext with someone who ignites your lust. But don't just wait for it to come to you. Be sure to use this sugar and spice and take the lead. If single, be daring and slip into someone's messages, or better yet, go out and socialize to meet someone new. Be spontaneous, and the universe will reward you. Who can rally behind you? Things will begin to take off for your career path this week. As a result, your work and life balance might go through a massive change when the moon in Capricorn opposes Mars in Cancer. You may have to allot more time, energy, and attention to your career path instead of your matters. Since your career path will become increasingly demanding, let your friends and family support you in any way possible. Let your support system be there for you as you navigate fluctuations in your schedule and priorities. You enjoy eating takeout or delivery often, and you know that taking action for a healthier lifestyle can be as simple as ordering fish and salad rather than meat and potatoes. This is a good time to bring your personality into your own kitchen and try to recreate the dishes you have enjoyed eating from restaurants. Many restaurants publish their own cookbooks. As you get familiar with preparing food for yourself, you will start to notice little things that make a big difference. Your personal space is likely to be very important to you. On a day like this, home is often where the heart is. Taking the time to adorn your environment with the colors and objects that bring you the greatest pleasure can do more than you realize. It can give you more energy and faith to keep going at times when you are feeling low. Even if you only have a room that you can call your own, make it an extension of who you are. Creating a haven can bring a lot of joy. The Dwarf Planet series is not only on the move today, but as she shifts her focus from one side of life's fence to the other, this will benefit both sides. Ceres is not a planet that cares about the when, where, and how or on making things happen, and instead, as the queen of nurturing, on understanding your needs and priorities. After nearly 3 months on a deep dive into your heart's needs and priorities, Ceres' return to your work sector begins a deep dive into priorities on the job front, and especially when it comes to job satisfaction and a sense of purpose. Nearly 3 months after returning to begin the first deep dive into your heart's needs and priorities in 4 years and the last for another 4, the Dwarf Planet series leaves today. 6 days after the sun left, Ceres has stayed on in order to get to the bottom of what your heart is telling you as the reins are handed to Pluto, who is here now until 2044. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon in Capricorn forms an opposition with newly direct Mars in Cancer, you may find yourself reflecting on past actions and words, gaining a newfound awareness of how they have shaped recent events. This opposition brings an interesting dynamic, as the moon and Mars are in mutual reception, meaning they have the potential to assist each other rather than work against one another. This can create a unique opportunity for self-reflection and growth, allowing you to take ownership of past mistakes while also recognizing the lessons they hold. Have you ever looked back on a situation and realized that with just a little more patience or a different perspective, things might have unfolded differently? Now is the time to embrace those insights, not with regret, but with a sense of empowerment because every moment of self-awareness brings you closer to becoming the person you strive to be. With this energy in play, you might become more aware of missed opportunities, but rather than dwelling on what could have been, use this time to open your mind to new possibilities. This is a day for forward movement, for releasing old frustrations and embracing a fresh perspective. Mars, now moving direct, supports action, while the moon in Capricorn encourages careful planning and measured steps. If there is something you've been holding on to, resentment, self-doubt, or even an old goal that has felt just out of reach, consider this a cosmic invitation to shift your mindset. The past does not define your future unless you allow it to. What's one thing you can let go of today to make room for something better? Creativity flows through you now, and it's shaping the way you spend your time. There's an urge to express yourself, to dive into activities that allow you to reconnect with parts of yourself that may have been neglected. Whether it's painting, writing, playing music, or even engaging in thought-provoking conversations, your mind craves stimulation. Have you ever rediscovered an old passion and felt like a missing piece of yourself was falling back into place? This is a wonderful time to lean into that feeling. Whether it's picking up an instrument you haven't touched in years or simply allowing your imagination to wander, creative expression will bring both clarity and joy. The energy today also encourages meaningful connections with others. There is something magnetic about optimism, and your current outlook has a way of drawing people in. You may find that friends, colleagues, or even acquaintances are more receptive to your ideas, eager to share in your enthusiasm and vision. If you are in a relationship, this energy strengthens your bond, making communication flow effortlessly. If you're single, your natural charm is heightened, making this a great time to meet someone new. Have you ever met someone at just the right moment in your life, when your energy seemed to align perfectly with theirs? That kind of serendipity is in the air today, so don't be afraid to put yourself out there, whether socially or romantically. If there's something you've been meaning to start, whether it's a project, a personal goal, or even a conversation about a change you want to make, today is a great day to take that first step. Sometimes, the hardest part is simply beginning. If necessary, seek advice or permission where needed, but don't let hesitation hold you back. You may find that once you voice your ideas or take action, you receive more support than you expected. There's a momentum building around you now, and even the smallest step forward can create a ripple effect that leads to bigger opportunities. What's something you've been thinking about doing but haven't acted on yet? Physically, you may feel a strong urge to burn off excess energy. Engaging in some form of movement, whether it's an intense workout, a long walk, or even just stretching, will help bring a sense of balance and release any restlessness. There's something deeply satisfying about pushing yourself physically and feeling your own strength. Have you ever had one of those workouts where you went in feeling frustrated but walked out feeling like a weight had been lifted off your shoulders? That kind of renewal is available to you today. On the financial front, things are beginning to shift in a positive direction. If you've been feeling stuck or uncertain about your financial progress, you may start to notice signs that the momentum is picking up. The obstacles that once seemed immovable are beginning to dissolve, and your instincts for making smart financial moves are reawakening. If an opportunity presents itself, don't let fear hold you back. Have you ever hesitated on a decision, only to look back later and wish you had taken the leap? While it's important to be mindful, don't allow overthinking to paralyze you. Trust yourself and your ability to navigate new opportunities wisely. As the day unfolds, embrace the energy that surrounds you. Reflect on your past, but don't let it weigh you down. Reconnect with your passions and the parts of yourself that bring joy. Strengthen your relationships by showing up authentically and listening with an open heart. Take those first steps toward the goals you've been dreaming about, and trust that even the smallest effort today can lead to something greater in the future.